In this video, we have the Galaxy A37 versus the brand new Moto G Stylus 2026. Which one's the better buy? Stay tuned. Alright everyone, so hopping straight into this, the Galaxy A37 retails for about $449 and the Moto G Stylus 2026 retails for about $499. And starting off with the build of these devices, the Galaxy A37, of course, is going to have that Gorilla Glass Victus Plus glass back, and of course the Gorilla Glass Victus Plus glass display right here. However, we're not going to have a stylus under the phone right here. We're also not going to have a headphone jack on this device as well. Going over to the Moto G Stylus 2026 right here, we have a headphone jack. We have a stylus, so of course if you need a stylus on your device, look no further. The Moto G Stylus 2026 is probably going to be the device that you're going to want to get if you really do need a stylus. When we get into the display, we have Gorilla Glass 3, of course not as good as Gorilla Glass Victus Plus. And on the back of this device, we're going to have a vegan leather. So very, very nice, natural feeling back right here. It feels better, honestly, to hold in the hand than the Galaxy A37. So I feel like overall, the better build goes to the Moto G Stylus 2026. I am being biased. If you want a glass back, of course, the better build is going to be going to the Galaxy A37. But it still stands. Both these devices don't have any metal in them, so the entire chassis of both these devices are going to be plastic. Now, as far as the Galaxy A37, we're going to have an IP68 water and dust resistant certification right here, immersible up to 1.5 meters for 30 minutes, and the Moto G Stylus is actually going to have an IP68 and IP69 dust tight and water resistant. So we're going to get an extra little certification right there. This is military standard 810H compliant as well. So it is going to be a little bit more rugged than the Galaxy A37. Now getting into the displays on these devices, both have pretty solid displays overall. The Galaxy A37 is going to have a Super AMOLED display right here, 120 Hz refresh rate, 1900 nits peak brightness, 6.7-inch display. There is going to be a little less screen on this display compared to the Galaxy A57 because, of course, it's the cheaper counterpart, about $100 cheaper. So this is going to have about an 86.5% screen-to-body ratio and a resolution of 1080 by 2340 with a PPI of 385. Now going over to the Moto G Stylus 2026, we have an AMOLED display on this. So we do not have a Super AMOLED display like the Galaxy A37. However, we do have a 120 Hz refresh rate and a 5000 nits peak brightness on this display. So a much brighter display than the Galaxy A37. We are going to have a 6.7-inch display, the same as the A37, but instead of 86.5% screen-to-body ratio, we're going to have thinner bezels on this device. So this is going to be about 89.3% for the screen-to-body ratio. We're going to also have a higher resolution at 1220 by 2712 with a 444 PPI. So we're going to have a much more pixel-dense display on the Moto G Stylus 2026. Overall, though, I feel like both these displays look really, really good. Getting into the platform of these devices, both are going to be running on Android 16 out of the box. However, the Galaxy A37 is going to have 6 major Android updates, and the Moto G Stylus is only going to have 2. So you are going to be covered for more years on the Galaxy A37. So if you're needing that longevity, the A37 is probably going to be the phone you want to pick up. Getting into the processors on these devices, the A37 right here is going to have the Exynos 1480 inside, and the Moto G Stylus is going to have the Snapdragon 6 Gen 3. I've said it again and again, I was hoping they were going to put a 7 series Snapdragon processor inside of this. I feel like the Snapdragon 6 Gen 3 is pretty solid, but if you're going to use it for more than 3 or 4 years, it's going to be a pretty underwhelming experience considering we are getting some solid mid-range phones coming out soon. But in comparison to each of these processors, the Exynos 1480 is going to outperform the Snapdragon 6 Gen 3 by roughly 15% in overall performances and about 29% in gaming based off of benchmark scores. As far as the RAM in these devices, the Galaxy A37 has 6 GB of RAM and the Moto G Stylus has 8. Also, both these devices have a base storage of 128 GB of internal storage. However, the Moto G Stylus can expand its storage via micro SD card, and the Galaxy A37 cannot. So if you are needing more storage via micro SD card, the Moto G Stylus is going to have you covered. As far as the cameras on these devices, the Galaxy A37 is going to have a 50 megapixel wide angle camera for its main shooter. Also, our secondary is going to be an 8 megapixel ultra wide. Our third is going to be a 5 megapixel macro, and we're going to be able to record at 4K at 30 frames per second or 1080p at 60 FPS. Going over to the Moto G Stylus right here, we're going to have a dual camera setup instead of a triple camera setup, and we're going to have a 50 megapixel wide angle camera and a 13 megapixel ultra wide camera. Also able to record at 4K at 30 frames per second or up to 1080p at 60 FPS. Getting into the front facing cameras on these devices though, the A57 is going to have a 12 megapixel wide angle camera, and the Moto G Stylus right here is going to have a 32 megapixel wide angle camera. Both able to record at 4K at 30 frames per second. However, the Moto G Stylus 2026 is able to record at 60 frames per second with 1080p, and we're only going to get up to 1080p at 30 with the A37. Now getting into the speakers on these devices, the Moto G Stylus is just going to be a better speaker overall. I really don't need to see anything more. We have Dolby Atmos inside of this. Of course, we have two speakers just like we have two speakers on the A37, but they are going to sound much better on the Moto G Stylus right here. Both devices have optical fingerprint sensors, and finally getting into the batteries on these devices, the Galaxy A37 is going to have a 5,000 milliamp battery compared to the Moto G Stylus that has a 5,200 milliamp battery. We're going to have a 45 watt charging rate on the A37 compared to the Moto G Stylus with 68 watts. And guess what? We have wireless charging up to 15 watts on the Moto G Stylus, and we do not have wireless charging on the Galaxy A37. So those were the differences between the Galaxy A37 and the Moto G Stylus 2026. If you guys are looking for a stylus wielding device, the Moto G Stylus is probably going to be the better device overall. But if you're looking for a little bit more power, the Galaxy A37 is going to offer something pretty solid. Overall, though, I feel like both these devices are pretty overpriced at the current price tag of $449 and $499. So if you guys are thinking about upgrading soon, make sure you get it on a deal, whether it's during a back to school sale or a holiday sale, or even getting some incentives like gift cards and Moto tags and different stuff like that. So just be aware of that. If you're needing a stylus device, go with the G Stylus. It also has, a headphone jack in it. You can expand the storage. If you want Samsung's operating system, you want their, 6 years of operating system updates, go with the Galaxy A37. Pretty simple right here. Hopefully you enjoyed this video though. Hopefully I helped you out, and hopefully you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. This has been Safon from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.